Hey guys, it's that time of year where we go the most feral, and that is the Sephora Spring Sale 2024. So today I'm going to share with you a bunch of my makeup favorites from Sephora that you can add to your Sephora Spring Sale list. Okay, so Sephora collection starts April 5th through April 15th, 30% off. And then April 5th through 15th is also for Rouge members and they get 20% off. And then starting on the 9th through the 15th till the end of the sale is VIB and Insiders. VIB gets 15% off and Insiders get 10% off. So these are all just products that I have tried and I've really been liking lately. People have been asking on my videos on TikTok and when I'm on TikTok live, like what is on your skin? How do you prep your skin for makeup? It always looks so glowy and juicy, and to be honest, this is what I use every time before I film. This is a pro makeup artist favorite, the Sarahsowse Magic Cream, and it really is a magic cream. It is very pricey, so this is the perfect time to pick it up. Another one that I really love is the Charlotte Tilbury Prime Invisible UV Flawless Primer. I love this. This is an SPF, but it's also like a primer. So these two both look amazing under makeup. They make my skin look really good. This is not a thick sunscreen. I really love the texture of this one. I actually like this a little bit more. I'm running out. So those are two really good options before makeup. I don't necessarily use primer. I just like to prep my skin with skincare. And those are the two things that I always use before doing my makeup. Moving on to base. I've tried so many new foundations, and this year I like really light, natural foundations. Light to medium coverage. Some that really stood out to me this year were definitely, this is the YSL Bare Tint. I use the shade New 7. This is such a pretty product. There's actually a lot of hype around this product, and the hype is real, just like with Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. They're both luxury makeup, but so good, and they live up to all of their hype. My thing with skin tints is sometimes I get a little worried they're gonna be like overly dewy and radiant and just look shiny at the end of the day, but this does not do that. It just looks like skin and it looks really pretty. The color match is perfect. It gives just enough coverage. I really love this product. Two that I really liked foundation wise, and that is the Lancome Teens Idol Ultra Wear, the Care and Glow version. I definitely prefer this version over the matte version just because it makes my skin look nice and healthy. It's a super thin formula, making it feel really lightweight on the skin, and that is something I really appreciate. I love full glam. We know this. I love full glam, but I don't like my makeup to feel heavy. That's one thing that I absolutely hate. So I really like these foundations that feel really light on the skin. That's like my new obsession. And then another one that came out this year and I actually really love as well is the Makeup Forever. It's their new HD Skin Hydra Glow. So if you're an oily girl, I would definitely stay away from this. This is a thicker formula consistency wise, but it doesn't feel heavy. It still feels lightweight on the skin. And someone asked what I could compare this to, and honestly, I would compare it to the Haus Labs foundation, but it's just a little more thick. Something about the finish and the formula that seems very similar to me to the Haus Labs, besides the fact that this is a little more serum-y, like the Haus Labs concealer, if that makes sense. I don't know, that's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting. I actually use this one for more of my full glam looks because it is a little bit thicker in texture. Moving on to concealer. I have one of them here, but my ride or die, my favorite concealer of all time. All the concealers that I try, I compare it to this one. This is the Haus Labs concealer. I love the color. First of all, I think it's because I found such a good shade match. That's one of the really big pros of this concealer for me, being a beige girl with a neutral undertone. This actually has peachy undertones for under my eyes, and it's just like, I'm wearing it today. It's perfect. I love it. It's a very serum-y, thick type of texture. It's nothing like the foundation, which I found really interesting. When I first tried it, I was not expecting them to be so different, considering the foundation is very thin. This is actually much thicker, like a serum, really creamy, just really pretty. This is my go-to concealer for like everyday full glam for everything. I love this concealer. I use full glam concealer that I like is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. This is very similar to the Hourglass concealer, but it's hydrating. But it's not hydrating where it's shiny, it's just not a matte finish. So I think it's really comfortable. I think it looks really good on the skin. It doesn't dry out my under eyes, and it has super good coverage. Also has a really good shade match for the color that I like to highlight with. I have this in the shade R4. Another concealer that I don't have with me because I don't have it anymore is the Huda Beauty concealer. I have a lot of concealers and I like a lot, but this one is one that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the texture and the consistency of it. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. I love the doe foot applicator. I just really love that concealer. And that is a concealer that I can put under my eyebrows. I like to clean up my eyebrows with concealer, and the one thing about the House Labs concealer is it's not my favorite to do that with. I don't know why, because it's a serum-y texture, so I just wanted to point that out. I'm very like specific about the concealer under my brows, and this is not my favorite under my brows, but I do love the Huda Beauty under my brows. I love it. I've tried a lot of cream stick bronzers from Sephora. I'm just not crazy about any of them at the moment, but I do like Rare Beauty. I do like Milk Makeup. Honorary mention, I do like those. So moving on to blush. Ride or Die Forever Favorites, Forever Holy Grails are the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch liquid blushes, especially in the shades Joy and Happy. Like, they're just my shades. I love these so much, and I just love these. I will always go back to them. Ones that I'm currently really loving right now and I'm wearing today is the Basma Beauty cream blushes. A lot of blushes that we have today are super pigmented, and what I've realized is not everyone loves a very pigmented blush. Blush actually scares a lot of people, and if you're one of those people who don't want to overdo the blush, these Basma ones are really pretty. I feel like they have a good color payoff, but they're just much lighter. They're not as punchy, so they're beginner friendly. They're really buildable with the color, and they look gorgeous on the skin. I love the finish, I love the formula. So I just think these are really good for, you can use these for everyday makeup, honestly. They're that light. I love the way that they sit on the skin. I'm sad because I really love this Tower 28 blush specifically. This is the Kung Fu Panda collab, and I didn't see it online. But I do like the Tower 28 blushes, but I have normal to dry skin, and I find that these get a little shiny on me, so I'm very like weary with these, but I love this one specifically, so I wish they had it. So I just wanted to give this blush an honorary mention. If you like that dewy look, Tower 28 blushes are gonna be the one for you. Powder is one thing I do not play about in my makeup routine, and I will forever be screaming Sephora Micro Smooth from the top of my lungs because it's just the best powder. This is actually a foundation powder. It is the foundation powder because it will smooth the shit out of your skin, but it won't look heavy, it won't feel heavy. It just makes your skin look perfect. I don't even need to wear foundation. I could just wear this powder and it does the job. That's what I mean when I say like I don't even really need to wear foundation these days. This is enough, and it looks so good. It looks really good on the skin without foundation underneath it. So this is just the most beautiful powder if you haven't tried it yet, and if you can find your shade, get this, girl. Loose powder, if you have not tried loose powder, it will literally change your makeup. The Hourglass Veil translucent powder has been one of my favorites. This is really good if you don't like heavy makeup, you want something super lightweight, but trust me, you need powder in your makeup routine. If you're not using powder in your makeup routine, your makeup probably is not lasting, it's not looking as flawless as you would like. You need to try loose powder, trust me. And the Hourglass is really good because it's really lightweight. It's good for dry skin, I would say. And it's just good for the people who don't want like a heavy look, a more natural look. Hourglass. I always get the mini version, so I think it lasts a pretty good amount of time. And then I finally got the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder for myself this year, and I love it. This really does make your under eyes look super flawless. It gives your makeup that flawless touch, I see why it's a favorite. I got the shade Peach Pie and I really like it. I think it's like perfect for my skin tone. It doesn't really brighten that much, but it's just like a nice color for my skin tone. Like, just got this blush from Rare Beauty. It's the Soft Pinch Luminous Blush. They come in shades like the liquid blush, and I love Happy, and I also love Happy in the Luminous. Let me tell you, I was not a luminous blush girly, but I have been obsessed ever since I tried Happy on. I really do love the way that it makes my skin look super radiant, and it only has that shift when I turn my head, but from straight on, it has a lot of color impact, which I really appreciate about these. But keep in mind, if you have textured skin, this is going to emphasize your texture, so be very careful, be very sparing when you put this on. Build it up, don't put a lot on at once. They're very pigmented. Let's talk about brows, because I am only going to suggest 2 products to you, because these are my all-time favorite. If you like the laminated brow look like I have my brows today, the Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel is the best brow gel that I have tried in a long time. I've tried quite a few this year, and this is still my favorite. It has the best hold out of all of them. The brows do not go anywhere when I have this on. I love this one. Favorite hands down. Another Sephora collection goodie is the Sephora collection retractable brow pencil. As a reminder, the Sephora collection is 30% off everything, so I highly recommend these 2 products because you will get them for 30% off, so stock up on both of them. Another eyeshadow I always recommend anytime it's time to do like favorites at Sephora is the Urban Decay Moon Dust Space Cowboy. They have a palette now, so if you can get the palette, get the palette. I feel like it's so much more worth it to just get the palette and have, I think it's 4 shades, 4 or 3 shades, but it's always sold out. So if you were to get one, I love Space Cowboy because it's just kind of like the champagne one. It just looks like wet on your lid. So 2 mascaras have been on my favorites for quite some time, so I think some of you guys are going to be expecting these from me. The Milk Rise Mascara. I have straight lashes and they don't really hold a curl, but this one works so good. I'm actually going to probably purchase this during the sale myself. I'm gonna re-up on some things that I need, and this is one of them. I love this. I just always fall back to it, and I always love the way that my lashes look with this mascara. And then I'm a psycho, and I like to use a different mascara for my bottom lashes, and my favorite is the Give Beauty Can't Stop Staring mascara. I don't know if it's like the wand. It has like a ball at the bottom. It just makes my lower lashes look so good. I have no problem with either of them running on me. Freck Beauty Shadow Slides, they're eyeshadow sticks. I love eyeshadow sticks. I just think they're so convenient, so easy to use, and I love these 2 colors in Wetlands and Deep Dive. It's like a gray and a dark brown. I use these on my outer corner a lot. I feel like these are really beginner friendly to get like eyeliner, and it's shimmery, it's pretty, it has a lot of like texture and dimension to it because it has a little bit of shimmer in it. So I love these. There is time to play when you put them on, and they do dry down and they don't crease. So pencils I want to mention are the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencils, because you can use these as lip liners, eyeliners, contour, whatever you want. There's so many good colors. For lips, my favorite are Wherever Walnut and Limitless Brown. Limitless Brown I really love as eyeliner as well, so I feel like Limitless Brown is a really good one to start with if you just want to get one. The Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liners are some of my favorites. Deep Taupe and Cool Brown specifically are my favorites. And then Freck Beauty just released their Makeout Club lip liners, and their shades are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I use 5 and 6 the most, and I love these because they're actually really long wearing. I feel like they're one of my most long lasting lip liners, so I've been using these a lot. And pairing it with another Freck Makeout Club, these are their soft blurring lipsticks, and I love that they're skinny. Such a cute component, and it just looks different from all my other lipsticks. Easy to put in the purse. Main Character is my favorite shade. The combo with 5, 6 and Main Character, Skincare is also going to be in my Sephora recommendations list in the description. But one thing I really highly recommend, because you get a discount depending what your discount is and how much you're willing to spend, the Clarins Double Serum Original one is so good. That is like still one of my favorite serums I've ever tried to date. I think about it all the time. I have some other skincare goodies in there if you guys want to take a look at them. And then for hair care, something I really love is the Color Wow Money Hair Mask. It makes my hair so shiny and so soft. If you are looking to pick up hair care, that is chef's kiss. If you're like me and you don't have a lot of volume at your roots, also from Color Wow, the XXL Bombshell Voluminizer is really good. I think it actually works. Yeah, these are all of my current favorites. Let me know what you guys are thinking of getting, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.